What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Blake Got Takes coming back at you with my third video. If I'm correct, I did my Eastern Conference predictions for the NBA, did my Western Conference predictions, got that out for y'all, and today we're going to be sticking with the NBA. I would talk a little bit about the NFL. However, last week it was kind of washed. The Buccaneers absolutely destroyed the Bears. The Packers handled the Washington football team pretty well. The Chiefs got blasted by the Titans. It was a lot of blowout games, nothing really interesting. However, Patrick Mahomes seems to be kind of spiraling. He's not having the greatest season. He just got injured. He's in concussion protocol, I believe. I might come out with an NFL episode here soon. However, we're going to stick with the NBA today. I'm going to be giving you guys my award predictions for this coming up season. I am getting this out a little bit late, so we are 3 games into the season. Not a huge sample size. I will be using it a little bit. However, it's not everything. Some teams that are 3-0 now will end the season negative. I mean, things aren't going to continue like this. I wanted to get a little bit of what I was going to see out of some players before I did this. And yeah, so let's get into it. So let's go ahead and kick it off. I'm going to give y'all probably the most boring award. However, arguably the most influential award, the Coach of the Year. I'm going to give it to Tyronn Lue. I think the Clippers are going to be pretty good this season. It's hard to predict this because the Western Conference is so stacked, and then you got teams on the East that are going to be competing as well. But without Kawhi Leonard, if the Clippers can control a top 5 seed, top 6 seed in the West, and even better, I think Tyronn Lue will easily achieve this award. He's probably one of the better in-game adjustment coaches that we have right now. A lot of people hate on him because of his years with LeBron and whatnot, but I think Tyronn Lue's a really good coach. He does very well with putting players in the positions and also learning from what the other team is doing and then putting players in positions to succeed. You got guys like Luke Kennard thriving in his role right now. They absolutely destroyed the Blazers last night. Paul George is giving them 30-plus a night. Paul George is one of the better players in the league right now. You got Terrence Mann giving you a good contribution. They got a bunch of good guys that are going to fit into the roles very well, even without Kawhi Leonard. And if they can be successful without Kawhi Leonard, that's why I would give Tyronn Lue the award. They're missing probably their best player, maybe like tied with Paul George. But yeah, if they can continue to succeed in the Western Conference without Kawhi Leonard, I don't see another coach that could have a better opportunity than Tyronn Lue winning this award. Maybe the Golden State Warriors, if they come out and they're a top 4 seed after the couple of years that they've had. I could see Steve Kerr winning it again, but I'm going to give it to Tyronn Lue. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, that's my pick. So let's go ahead and jump straight to the MVP. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm gonna do the Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think this is his award this year. Rudy won it last year. I think this is one of those awards that's gonna go Giannis, Rudy, Giannis, Rudy, Giannis, Rudy. Maybe even throw in a Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons isn't playing as of so far, and if he misses the first month of the season, I doubt he'll win the award. There's a lot of guys that could win this, but I mean Giannis and Rudy are gonna be the top 2 every single year. I'm going to give it to Giannis this year since he won MVP. He won MVP 2 years ago, missed it last year. Rudy won Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis won the ring. I say he comes back and gets the Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe even in his 3rd MVP. That's a debate to have. They don't like giving out MVPs consecutively in short periods of time unless that player is truly dominant, which Giannis is, so he could easily go on and get his 3rd MVP this year. I'm going to give him the Defensive Player of the Year, possibly comboing with the MVP. He's not my MVP pick this year. I went with a guy that's a little bit off the wall because it's easy to pick guys like this. But for the Defensive Player of the Year award, one of the better help defenders in the league, can protect the rim, gets steals, gets in the passing lanes, gets in your face, is annoying, he's huge. Can guard every single position pretty much. You got to give it to Giannis. Jumping to the most improved player, I'm going to go ahead and give my first, not sleeper, but a guy that's going to fly under the radar for a lot of people. It's really easy to pick for most improved player, a guy like Michael Porter Jr. Roy Hachimura, of course, is a guy that's up there, but I don't know if he'll be getting the minutes because they have such a deep rotation right now. But I'm going to pick Christian Wood for most improved player. He's going to get a lot of minutes on a really not bad team, but just a young team, a developing team. And he's balling out so far, along with Jaylen Green, who y'all see sometime soon. Christian Wood's a stretch 5, perfect for that offense, perfect for really how the NBA wants to play right now. He's just kind of stuck on the Rocket situation. I wish James Harden had stuck with them, because I feel like him and Christian Wood would be a dynamic duo. However, I think James Harden, if he got the opportunity to choose, he would rather play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving than Christian Wood. And that's just, I don't blame him for that. Christian Wood's a fantastic player in my eyes. He can put you in the post. He hits his free throws, which is something that big men for some reason struggle to do. He can spread the floor, shoots the ball, he can handle a little bit, does a little bit of playmaking, does a little bit of everything. I guess why I got him at my most improved player. I think he can be like a 25-point scorer this year, especially with the amount of opportunity he's going to get. He's going to lose some minutes to the rookie that they drafted this year. His name is slipping my mind right now, but he's pretty smooth. But I think Christian Wood will take the minutes. I think he'll get the opportunity, and ultimately that's what most improved player is about, capitalizing on the opportunity that you're given. We saw Julius Randle last year went into a scenario in the New York Knicks where they were expecting nothing. He was just going to go there. He was going to ball out with some young guys around him. He's going to be the main guy. He was going to be the train. And, I mean, he lived up to it, and he won Most Improved Player. He exceeded everyone's expectations, and I think Christian Wood will do the same thing this year. Moving on to my sixth man of the year, I mean, it's hard to choose anyone except Jordan Clarkson. I wanted to pick a guy like Kobe White for the Chicago Bulls, who's finally playing in the role that he is meant to. He is a sixth man. He is a spark plug off the bench. He does everything that a sixth man should do, and he's always been put in the point guard role because they haven't had guys on the team to do that. And this year they brought in Lonzo Ball, they brought in Alex Caruso, they brought in guys that could start at the guards and then bring Kobe White in to be the spark plug. I want to pick him. It's just, will he do more than Jordan Clarkson does for the Jazz? And it's no. Jordan Clarkson, he comes off the bench, and he's one of the few players in the league where even when they come in the game, they can just start shooting. It's just like every time they touch the ball, get out of the way. That man is shooting, and if it's going in, he's going to give you 25 that night, which it usually is. And if it's not going in, he'll still get his 12 to 16. He'll start facilitating a little bit. But he's a major spark plug off the bench for a good playoff team, a top 3 seed in my eyes. Yeah, top 3 seed. It's hard to argue Jordan Clarkson not winning Sixth Man of the Year. However, if some guys like maybe a Malik Monk for the Lakers wants to start coming off the bench and being a huge spark plug for them because they know they need it, he could sneak in there. But I mean, ultimately, no one's going to beat out Jordan Clarkson for that six-man role, in my opinion. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our final two and probably the two most exciting awards in the NBA: the Rookie of the Year and the MVP. For my Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go Jaylen Green. It's just based off pure opportunity. I have 2 Houston Rockets players winning awards, which is probably outrageous considering they could be the worst team in the West this year. But they have so many players that are going to have tremendous opportunities and a lot of time to capitalize on their opportunities. Jaylen Green's going to be one of those guys. He's already showing it. I think he just broke the record for threes in a game by a rookie. Last night he had 8. He's athletic. He's got a jump shot. He spent a year in the G League, so he kind of knows how the game flows. He had a year of that already under his belt. He's incredible. He's an incredible player. However, I am going to give my sleeper pick as well. My sleeper, because it's so easy to say a guy like Jaylen Green or Cade Cunningham, which I mean, could just as easily win this over Jaylen Green. It could be like a Carmelo and LeBron type rookie year where LeBron has less points, but he's more of an overall. He gives you 7 points, or I mean, like 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists or whatever. And then Carmelo would give you 24 points with like 3 rebounds and 2 assists. It's like, so it might be one of those situations. But Bones Highland is the guy I want to talk about. He wouldn't be on this list for me if Jamal Murray wasn't injured. With Jamal Murray being injured, I think he's going to have plenty of opportunity with plenty of open jump shots and plenty of ISO situations with the team he's on to succeed. I think he could sneak in here as like a underrated rookie of the year. I don't know who to really compare him to. His game reminds me a lot of like Jamal Crawford. He's just very, very smooth, icy with the ball, confident with it, can shoot the lights off the building. Tremendous player. And with Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. on his team, I mean, he's gonna get open looks. He's gonna get opportunities with Jamal Murray being out. He might even get a chance to run the one for them until he's back. I don't know if he's supposed to get back this season, so he might get a full season just to ball out with the reigning MVP and a possible most improved player of the year. It's a perfect situation for Bones Highland, and that's why I think he could be a guy who wins Rookie of the Year. Moving on to my MVP pick, man. I mean, it's really easy to say a Jokic repeat, a Giannis three ring, a guy like maybe even Anthony Davis if he steps up, Kevin Durant. It's easy to say people like that, but I am going to go for Ja Morant. Through, I think, 4 games, Ja Morant is averaging 35 points on 60% from the field. Let's sit on that for a second. Ja Morant is shooting 60% from the field, almost as good as Jokic right now, and averaging 35 points per game. It's 4 games through the season. I'm not going to overreact to that. It's really good stats. But if he can even just keep it up, if he can just weather the storm through his times where he's going to dip a little bit, he's absolutely red hot on fire right now. But if he can keep it in that 28 to 32 point range for this season, and if he can do the thing that he did last season with the Grizzlies where he carried them to the playoffs, I think Ja Morant could be an MVP candidate. I know it's easy to say that Giannis does a lot more than him on the floor. But if you really, really think about it, who is the most valuable player to a team in the NBA? I think that's Ja Morant. If the Grizzlies didn't have Ja Morant, where would they be? I guess you could say the same thing about Giannis as well. This is tough, man. MVP is tough. There's so much talent in the league right now that any of these guys can win MVP. LeBron could come out of nowhere and win MVP this year again. It's hard to predict stuff like this. I'm just going to say Ja Morant. I know he's my favorite player, and that may sound kind of biased, but he's absolutely balling out. He's in a situation where he's the main guy. If he can carry them to the playoffs again this year, I have no doubt that he'll at least be in the conversations if he keeps his points per game in that, like I said, the 28 to 32 range. But what he's doing right now for that team is unreal. I just hope he keeps going. I love watching Ja Morant play. He was saucing up the Lakers last night. He did sell the free throw to take them to overtime. I mean, it happens to the best of them. Can't really put that on him, although he did miss it. He carried them through that game. He was the only reason they were even in it. I think he gave them 40. It's just whenever you come that close to taking a game to overtime and you miss the free throw, that's a kick to the nuts. But overall, I think he's probably one of the most talented players in the league right now. I think he is the heart and soul of Memphis. I think he is the reason that they are so successful. Also, they did a good job of building around him. The Grizzlies have done a really good job as an organization of always staying in the loop, making moves, making trades, drafting good, signing players for low deals that are going to do very good, getting the talent, building talent around your main guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ja Morant as my MVP. Of course, it's easier to say a Giannis or someone like that, but I'm gonna go off the wall here, and I'm gonna give the point guard. Of course, Steph Curry too. Steph Curry is playing absolutely unreal right now. But Ja Morant, MVP. That is going to do it for me, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all want to see. I might be coming out with an NFL video here soon. I've got to get a few things to talk about because it's not as easy to make videos like this because the NFL season's already going. I'm going to need some stuff to happen. I might do a little breakdown on what in the world's happening with the Washington football team. As y'all know, that's my favorite team. We are severely struggling right now. It's just... It's tough to watch. It's sad to watch every single weekend. The same things happening over and over and over again, and watching us lose all the time. But that's gonna be it for me, y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We're gonna keep doing us on this channel. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep things going at an all-time high. I'm gonna keep making videos for y'all as long as y'all keep watching. Peace out.